Hey, I wanted to do a quick demonstration of how to get rid of this weird kind of 600 hertz bump in the Milkman The Amp 100. This thing is awesome. I'm absolutely loving it. One thing I did notice when I'm using headphones or plugging into my interface with it via the XLR output, I'm just going to unplug my guitar real quick from it. I'm noticing there's a big mid bump. And, you know, I was basically setting the bass and treble how I would on a normal amp, but it seems though the speaker sim is less like an IR and more just like an EQ. I will go ahead and say, for any of you guys and gals wanting to get one of these, there is not this weird mid bump issue when you're plugging this into cabinets. It sounds incredible. It doesn't matter where you put the bass and treble knobs. I was doing a video for Patreon showing this thing plugged directly into the interface. I was playing around with the bass and treble knobs, and I was kind of hovering, treble around 1 o'clock, bass anywhere from noon to like 2. And let's just hear what that sounds like. And I'll get into what I'm trying to get at and how I can help you get rid of that 600 hertz mid bump that makes it sound real boxy just by adjusting 2 knobs. But let's just listen to this real quick. Okay, so here is treble at about 1 o'clock, bass around noon. So it sounds fine. I'm on the middle pickup. When I go to the treble pickup, you can really hear it. And especially on single notes. Oh shit, I just broke a string. We're gonna keep going though. Yeah, single notes. So it's very, very mid forward. The other night I was playing around with it and I was just trying to get as much gain and distortion out of it as I could, which it's a gain monster even with the internal cab sim. I put bass and treble full blast, and it did add a little bit more gain, but one thing I noticed was it felt more Fendery and scooped, like a really good sounding deluxe reverb or twin reverb, just super, like not like over the top bass amp-ish, just like real fat in the lows and like nice and bright in the highs. And because you're boosting the bass and the treble on it, it's just scooping out that weird 600 range. Now let's hear what that sounds like. That's like way more scooped. Let's go to treble pickup. So now I was thinking, it's a little bright. It's a little harsh at like 2.5K. So what if we brought the treble down, let's say treble at 3 o'clock. Leave the bass full blast and bring treble to 3 o'clock. I just adjusted it. That sounds like a Fender. Honestly, let me just show you where I got the EQ at. So again, bass full blast, treble at 3 o'clock. So let's just go back to where we started. You can hear that honky mid-range. That might be cool at like a higher gain sound, but if you're looking at getting the Milkman Amp 100 and you're wanting fat Fender clean tones, try bass, full blast, treble, 3 o'clock. Add a touch more verb. Let's hear that going back to how it was. Bass, noon, treble, 1 o'clock. Do you hear the difference? Bass, full blast, treble, 3. It's awesome. That's the treble pickup. Let's hear the neck pickup. Remember, I'm missing my high E. It broke a string. Okay, now what I'm going to do, just to show you that I think it is actually doing something. It's not just my ears playing tricks on me. I'm going to flip the camera around. All right, we have the camera flipped, and I'm not doing OBS because I'm not really a professional YouTuber here for this video. So I have my guitar channel here, vocals, blah, blah, blah. You guys know how it goes. All right, I have on the guitar channel FabFilter Pro Multiband Limiter pulled up. I'm not doing any limiting. I'm just highlighting 600 hertz. And I'm going to play a little bit. On the Amp 100, I have the settings, bass at noon, treble around 1 or 2. And that is that mid-range honky sound that I've read a lot of reviews about where it's like, it's unusable, blah, blah, blah. So we're going to solo this. I like this because you can solo frequencies. Again, I'm not doing any limiting. This is the target frequency that we're going to try and get rid of. Okay, so now I'm going to leave it soloed, and I'm going to put the settings, bass, full blast, treble, 3 o'clock. So it may sound kind of the same, but to me, soloing the 600 area already spreads those mids out evenly more to my ears. Let me put the EQ back to where it was. It's a much narrow band. It's like, whoa, 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 whoa. Can you guys hear that? Now put the EQ to where I like it. It is scooping out those frequencies. It just is. I'm going to unsolo and let's hear it. Let's go to the middle pickup. You can actually see, if you watch in between these two things, you can see that scoop. All right, now let's put it to where I had it before, which was bass at noon, treble, 1 o'clock. Much less scooped. You can see it's more straight across. It's more emphasized in between those two lines. This guy right here, watch this dip. Not dip, that peak. Now let's see if that peak gets tamed a little bit more with the proper settings. Look at that. That's incredible. Anyway, if you can see me in the reflection, thank you. Yeah, for anybody wanting to get the Amp 100, I highly recommend trying these EQ settings. It has sealed the deal for me. All right. Anyway, thank you. Cheers.